Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to fold this plane. I don't have a name for this, so if you do have a name of what this could be called, just comment down below. If you can, I'm not sure if you could. But let's just get started. I need to fold this plane in 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I'm going to start by folding it in half the long way. Just very important to be accurate at this point. Just similar to a lot of planes. Open it up and fold it in this orientation so it's some creases and non-crease. I'm going to fold the top edge down. If you know about the waterborne base, then you should kind of estimate where that is and kind of like add maybe about a centimeter to that, or you can just about 2.5 to 3 inches from the bottom. Doesn't have to be exact. Just line up with some creases. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to make a crease that goes right through this horizontal crease I just made, and then the center crease. And I also want to land the crease just made on the center crease. So I just folding that. I just like to find that intersection, just tack it down, and then line up these creases here. The center crease and the crease we just made. And then we can just trace the whole length of this paper. And you can see, normally it has to go right to a point. This time, you see we have a little bit of space. Another way you can fold this plane, just follow the same steps, except just fold the regular waterborne base, versus just folding the triangles right through the corner, folding right through the intersection, and then just collapsing the plane. I don't think that made any sense, but yeah. Just fold it down, and now these intersections should just be completely popped right in the center, which allows us to just fold it in. This is a type of waterborne base, just a little more taller of the triangle part and smaller in the left part. So now we're going to fold this flap over to this side, but actually making a crease. I'm just going to make it and show you. So you can see I actually left a gap between the crease and this top point. It should be about 1.5 centimeters. You can just estimate about this gap. Now I'm going to fold back on the portion that crosses the center. I'm just going to fold it like this so I can see a bit better. And now we kind of want to fold this portion right here between this valley crease and mountain crease, so it basically just goes inside the plane. So the way we want to do that is we kind of just want to, this step is a bit tricky, I just want to lift this up all the way to that point and kind of swivel that open. We also want to make sure that this crease here lines up with the new crease that we're going to make. And also, you see we have these creases that, we want this crease here to be parallel with the top edge, and this side crease here to be parallel with that crease. And once you've achieved all those references, you can just crease this inside section. So now, the way we want to kind of collapse this back is basically we want to keep this whole crease going, except to when it hits this intersection right here. But first, what I like to do is reverse this top edge, so these vertical and horizontal creases just make valleys. Just fling them the other direction any way you want. That's just something that makes this a little easier. Now I kind of just want to lift this up and tack that intersection of this crease, that crease, and that crease. And we can kind of just use it as a hinge as we kind of just swing that open or closed like so, and you can see this crease is actually reversed with valley. I know that step is a little bit tricky, but anyways, we can just smooth this out if it's bubbling a little bit. And I just want to repeat it on this side, just folding this side to match our first. Fold it back across the center. And folding that. Now this is a little bit harder because this area is still here, but I just want to still open it up on this. So we have the center crease, the valley crease, and mountain. I want to open up on the valley crease. And this is a bit tricky. Swing that open. Sorry, I'm struggling with it. It's kind of difficult to do this in a way that you guys can see. This time we can just line up this flap with this flap that we just made. And then we can repeat that same collapsing step. And now your plane should look like this. Now I'm going to flip one flip to the other side. Now I'm going to make a face that goes from this top point here to this back corner. It doesn't have to get exactly at this back corner, but the closer the better. It's just going to help making our fin. Now we're going to do a set that's called an inside reverse fold on this flap. So basically just unfolding this and opening up this flap here that we have. And we unfold on that crease, reverse this one here, just folding on it, and then reverse that other crease. Now our plane should look like this with this triangle. Now we will repeat both of those steps on the other side, just flipping that back. This is really going to start getting bubbly. I just want to fix it. You don't want to sweep up unless it's like right at the start. You just flip that up over. You can just fix that up, clean that up. Anyways, we're just going to repeat it on this side. Just from right to that crease. Just fixing that corner. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just try to match the first side. And unfold that, inside reverse fold. This is pretty tricky. My paper kind of just messed up here. I'm just cleaning up my paper. It kind of got unfolded sometimes. Oh, okay. Sorry it took a while. Okay. Let's try it again. Come from this crease. And that. It's very important to get this inside of this fold as perfect as possible. Okay. Now we want to create the little cockpit of the plane. You can see we have the little cockpit. We're going to start creating that. It's not very difficult. So we're going to start off by folding. You see we have these flaps here. We can flip it over. You can see we have to cross in this portion here. And flip it over. And we're just going to fold these tiny edges into the center. Repeat on this side. See, we're just folding these edges here into the center. Now, what we're gonna do, we're kind of just gonna lift up this flap here. I'm gonna fold this corner into all the way to the center piece, but lifting this side up. Well, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna fold this back to land on the crease we just made. Now we're gonna perform another inside reverse fold right on the crease we just made, kind of lifting that up, folding that, and then bring that back over. Hold on, I think I might have messed up a bit. It's really important to get these creases sharp, so it's going to be much easier to reverse on the inside reverse folds, because they're kind of difficult. Okay, there we go. Now what we're going to do is we'll fold this edge onto to land on this flap that we have. Now we're just going to repeat all those steps on this side, starting by folding this corner into the center. And then folding back to land on the corner crease we just made. Inside reverse fold. Fold that crease to land. Sorry, on that. And now our plane should look like this. Now we can kind of just fold on these flaps that we created. Just fold along this edge here. And now we're almost done. Now we just need to kind of assemble the cockpit and then just fold the wings and winglets and the fins, and we'll be done. Okay, so now what we want to do is going to assemble this now. You see we have this pocket here on one side and then a pocket here on this side. Those are going to be really important. And this is where it has a slight disadvantage because of the asymmetry. I'm just going to fold this flap here to land inside this. And then land this flap, and then kind of fold that down. Land this flap to just tucking it in. Just folding that in. And kind of folding that on. And now we have the cockpit of our plane. But one thing we want to do is fold on this crease again. One sec. I need to fix my cockpit. Sorry, my sister just came in. I have not much time. We just want to fold on this to cross over. And now we can just close our plane up on that cockpit. But one more thing we want to do is you have our fins created. We can just fold right on that angle change, the angle break, just as far as it will go. And then once again, and then we can, now we have fins that stand up. Now we can just fold our plane. We can just set away our fins, sorry. And fold the plane in half, like so. Okay, I just want to fix our little cockpit. Right now, all we need to do is fold the wings. So we're going to fold right or maybe slightly above our nose. And we're going to fold so the fin crease is parallel to the wing crease that we're creating. Just crease that. Flip it over. We'll decide to match. And the last step now, we can just stand these fins up. And we just need to fold winglets on either side. Just make them kind of little. They have to be super big. Fold the wings back. fold the other side to match. And we have a finished flame. Again, I don't have a name for this. This one might be slightly different than the one I showed you at the beginning, because this one was created, the one I just created, was from a different kind of water bomb base, and this one was created by the regular one. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.